A Joplin area lawmaker talks about legislation in Jefferson City that would extend protections for domestic violence victims.
Plans are moving forward for a big housing project in Pittsburgh. I'm Zach Dodge with why it's going to be a little bit unique. Coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
We should expect some wild weather changes over the next few days. This is KOAM News at 6. Doug Heady joins us now with his first look.
Yeah, it's already been a little bit on the crazy side over the past couple days. Temperatures today only right around 50 degrees, and we should be topping out into lower 70s. We've had the light rain showers pretty much all day long, and these are still rotating through, but they are tapering off a bit on the Kansas and also the Oklahoma side. But I still think we're going to have these hit and miss light showers as we go through the evening hours and then into the overnight hours for us tonight. In fact, let's go through the future. Here's 9 p.m. Still kind of these light random showers. Here's 1 o'clock in the morning, but late tonight, these will start to taper off. And I think we'll actually start the day tomorrow pretty much on the dry side, even though we're going to still have some rain chances as we go into the weekend. Temperatures chilly, upper 40s to near 50 degrees right now. We'll slide slowly through the 40s. We'll bottom out into the mid 40s later on tonight. So the weekend's going to be kind of chilly. We are going to see a big warm up on Monday, but could we get some snow by Tuesday? So Dow, that's something we definitely want to focus on, especially with all the trees that have budded and the plants and all here in just a bit.
Yeah, late April snow for sure. Thanks, Doug. Lamar, Missouri police shut down streets due to a reported bomb threat. Police say this morning a man walked into the Casey's store in Lamar and said he had a bomb in his car. Officers checked the car, found suspicious looking wiring. They called in a bomb squad to investigate. The bomb squad discovered the suspicious looking wiring was for lights and fans in the car. They did not find any explosives. Police arrested a suspect, but at last report authorities had not filed formal charges. This year's cold snap led to high utility bills for individuals and cities. The town of Mulberry, Kansas was billed $53,000 for its natural gas, and now they're suing BP. They allege BP acted outside of the law, citing the Kansas Consumer Protection Act. They're seeking damages of $40,459.48 to be precise. We reached out to BP for comment, and they sent us this statement that says, in part, quote, "We recognize the impact of the recent winter storm caused hardship for millions of people in the U.S. Throughout this period, BP has sought to honor existing contractual arrangements and respond to customer needs while complying with all laws and regulations governing the relevant markets." Developers are close to breaking ground on Pittsburgh's first gated community. KOAM's Zach Dodge has details.
More than 40 acres of green in Pittsburgh will soon look much different.
We're on the home stretch.
The villas at Creekside will soon be under construction just west of the high school on East 4th Street. It's a housing development with residents 55 and older in mind and will be the first gated community in Pittsburgh.
We like rural towns, rural growing towns, and I can see where there were some visionaries in the city.
3P Development Group is working on the project with the first phase set to break ground in May. That first phase will have 29 villas, some different outdoor amenities, a dog park, and all the groundwork that they'll need to add the development.
So we're actually bringing in water, sewer, gas, electric. We're putting in roads, sidewalks.
But the city will pick up part of that infrastructure cost through tax dollars using a rural housing incentive district. Once everything is finalized and this green space is just a little bit less green, the city hopes it will help start to address their current housing shortage.
We have a huge demand for housing here of all ranges, from low income to high end. The demand is there for a senior community in Pittsburgh of this caliber, and we're excited to welcome it.
The developer hopes to have the first phase ready for residents within the first part of 2022.
Well, we generate a lot of regional interest, and that this project will bring a lot of alumni back to the Pittsburgh area.
In Pittsburgh, Zach Dodge, KOAM News.
City says they're still working with the developer to decide who will take care of the streets that are inside of that gated community, since they won't be accessible to the public at large. Missouri voters last year amended the state constitution to extend access to Medicaid to thousands more low-income adults. Well, now the Missouri House wants to redirect Medicaid expansion funding to services for people with disabilities, the elderly, and other vulnerable groups. The GOP-led House voted to pass an alternative plan for how to spend the Medicaid expansion money. Many Republican lawmakers don't support Medicaid expansion, so the House stripped money for expansion from next year's budget. Democrats are condemning that move. Missouri's House of Representatives just sent a bill to the Senate that would give victims of domestic abuse the opportunity for lifetime protection against their abusers. KOAM's Bronte Sorotsky tells us more about the importance this bill holds for survivors.
For survivors of domestic abuse, speaking up about experiences can be hard enough. But in Missouri, most protection orders in the state only last about a year, with few lasting 2 years. Meaning, many seeking protection from their abusers must appear in court with them year after year. One Missouri lawmaker is looking to change this. Missouri State Representative Lane Roberts sponsored House Bill 744, which would modify the duration of certain protection orders.
There's a process in this bill that allows for a hearing. The hearing requires findings of fact by the judge. If through those findings of fact, the judge determines that the abuser is dangerous to the victim, he or she can impose a protection order that could be as long as the lifetime of the respondent.
Roberts is a former Joplin police chief and says during his time in that role, he saw too many women need to testify multiple times for protection.
One of the victims who testified is now in her 10th year. She has spent over $40,000 trying to protect herself. She's been in court nearly 70 times. Nobody should have to do that.
Susan HICKAM, executive director of Lafayette House, says stalking often occurs in situations of domestic abuse. This bill would help law enforcement have greater involvement.
We do know about anyone who is leaving a domestic violence situation is stalking will occur for at minimum 2 years. So when you are looking at an order of protection that ends after 1 year, a lot of victims of domestic violence are having to follow that yearly. Depending on the severity of the case, a lifetime protection would afford more opportunity for law enforcement to intervene.
HICKAM adds that if the bill passes, it would allow these survivors the chance to finally move forward with their lives. In Joplin, Bronte Sorotsky, KOAM News.
Anyone who's a victim of domestic abuse can call Lafayette's House hotline for help. You can find that number to the Lafayette House in this story on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Still ahead, in case you're looking to stay close to home for a vacation this year, we're going to tell you about a spot in southeast Kansas that's a trip way back in time. And later, Missouri Southern Lions look to stay ahead of the competition, and a couple of the players try to stay ahead of each other. Now that it's spring, a lot of us are itching to take to the roads or the skies to get out of the house, but we don't need to travel far to be amazed by some breathtaking sights and activities. We kick off a 4-state staycation series in Neosho County, Kansas. KOAM photojournalist Liam Mandelbaum takes us inside a prehistoric exhibit with a modern twist.
This is the Erie Dinosaur Park, and we have the collection of the dinosaurs that were made by Mr. Robert Doris. He made all of these out of spare automobile, tractor, motorcycle, any kind of a metal part he could use. I believe there's even some wrenches on some of them. This is what, they actually are, and this was his nickname for them. The family, after Mr. and Mrs. Doris's death, donated them to the city so that they could bring people to Erie as an attraction. Now the Brontosaurus, or the Apatosaurus over there, that's Detroit, because they said that was made out of a lot of parts coming out of Detroit. One of his daughters was very interested in dinosaurs and asked her dad to make her one. And after a trip to the Smithsonian in the 80s, he came home and decided that he could build his own dinosaurs.
So how have people in the community reacted to this?
It's been very favorable because a lot of people didn't think that with these being on private property that they should go look at them. Where here they can walk up to them and they can look and say, well, this is that part, or this is a transmission. The family, they like that people can come see the art now. They like it where especially the kids can come see it.
Amazing. The Dinosaur Park is at 4th and Walnut in Erie, Kansas. It's open the second Saturday and third Sunday of each month. Or if you don't feel like waiting, you can call the Erie Parks and Rec Department to set up a walkthrough. You'll find that information on our morning show page at KOAMnewsnow.com. Doug Heady is up next with his complete forecast. And later, Jordan Fitzpatrick and Tommy Stevenson are a couple of the best hitters in the MIAA. We're going to hear how they're working to stay ahead of the league and each other in sports.
Well, of course, a cold, wet day for us today. We've had the on and off light showers throughout the day and then now into the evening hours. It hasn't been super heavy. It's just been persistent. About a half an inch of rain is what we have seen so far. And for the year, we're a little bit over 10 inches of rain. Also, temperatures cool. Remember, we should be topping out 70 to about 72 for this time of the year. Most of us upper 40s to near 50 degrees. So it's pretty chilly. It's going to stay chilly as really the entire weekend. Socked in with the clouds and drizzle, light showers sitting at 50. Northeasterly winds are light. And of course, our humidity is up there at 93%. For the rest of the evening hours, we're going to have these on and off light showers kind of sticking around. We'll drop back mid 40s a little bit later on tonight. So it's going to stay on the chilly side. All right, here's rainfall amounts. This is radar estimated rainfall amounts. Where you start to see the greens popping up, this is showing us about a half an inch of rain. Everybody else has been a quarter to a half an inch, but still, we need the rain this time of the year. And at least we didn't get any severe weather. Heaviest rain now rolling off toward the east. It's been starting to let up a little bit on the Kansas and the Oklahoma side, also in southwestern parts of Missouri, but we still have these spotty showers, and we're going to continue to see these as we go through the evening hours. Looking at the metro right now, it's pretty good. We just have some drizzle across the region, but we still have this back edge that is going to rotate through as we go into the overnight hours tonight. So you can see by 9 p.m. still has some scattered showers around. These continue 10, 11, midnight, and then I think late tonight, most of the rain is gone. Clouds may even break up just a little bit. We could get a little bit of sunshine by morning, but we're going to see some additional pop-up showers by the time we head into tomorrow afternoon. It's not going to be bad. It's going to stay kind of chilly, but we are going to get these hit and miss showers as we go into the afternoon hours. Temperatures, unfortunately, aren't going to warm up that much. We'll start at 43, 50 by noon, high temp of only 54 for us tomorrow afternoon. We clear out a little bit tomorrow evening, and then another weak little wave rotates in. So this is Sunday morning, and again, we'll get some spotty little light showers. Not a big deal. Then it'll rotate east, and I actually think by Sunday afternoon, we'll get a decent amount of sunshine. But again, temperatures kind of chilly as we hang out into the 50s by the time we head into Sunday. All right, Monday starts to get interesting. We warm up. Here's a cold front, so this is Monday evening. Ahead of the front, I think most of us 68, maybe 70 degrees for a high. As this front sinks in, we may get a few thunderstorms. I don't think they would be severe, but we could get a few thunderstorms Monday evening. The front passes through, the colder air sinks in, then we just get rain. So here's 10 p.m. Let's go through the overnight hours, and you can start to see a rain-snow mix and then eventually over to snow as we work into Tuesday morning. So we need to watch this. This could actually be a real heavy, wet snow. Our temperatures would be 35 to 40, but we could get a little bit of accumulation, and you don't want to see that this late in the spring, especially with all the plants, the trees, and everything. It could do some damage. Plus, we're going to have temperatures near freezing for a couple nights. 54 tomorrow, 57 on Sunday, 67 on Monday, and then rain and snow on Tuesday.
April showers bring May flowers, but April snow?
Yeah, it could hurt May flowers.
I would think so, potentially. Thanks, Doug. Coming up in sports, the MIAA Volleyball Conference Tournament gets started in Topeka. Plus, a pair of Missouri Southern baseball players turn a friendly competition into big numbers at the plate. Jacob Leonard has that story next.
The Missouri Southern Lions are 22-6 with just 12 games to go in the regular season. Now, the Lions are second in the league in RBIs, led by a couple guys at the top of the lineup who have turned friendly competition into big numbers at the plate. It's a friendly competition between Jordan Fitzpatrick and Tommy Stevenson.
We hang out a lot and we like to give each other, crap all the time and mess with each other. But we, if he does something, I try and do something too, and just kind of one up each other. It's pretty fun.
It's great to win, and it's fun to have those little competitions we have.
Stevenson and Fitzpatrick are number 2 and number 3 in the MIAA in runs driven in.
Those guys are really good hitters, and they've heated up kind of both at the same time, and it's fun to watch them.
Fitzpatrick has driven in 34 runs and leads the league in doubles. Stevenson has driven in 36 in his first full season with the Lions.
Probably a month into fall practice, we're like, yeah, he's ready to hit in the middle of the order for us and just be a real good player for us.
I'm just doing the best I can to help the team win. We just know what we can do, and we're just happy that we're performing well and doing what we know we can do.
I think we feed off each other, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter where we're hitting in the lineup. Everybody wants to get on for the guy behind them, and driving guys in is just, what we take pride in doing.
Both of them have 8 home runs on the year. As a team, Missouri Southern is one of just 2 teams in the league with more than 50 home runs, hitting 53 in 28 games.
There's not a lot of holes in our lineup. We all try and be as consistent as possible.
We play at a stadium that's a hitter's ballpark, and they recruit us to be these hitters, these aggressive, incredible, great hitters.
We know we can drive the gaps and drive the ball over the wall, and I think we can do that 1 through 9 for the most part.
We got guys that can really crush the ball on this team, and I'm just happy to be a part of this team. They're incredible athletes.
You can put some numbers up in our park for sure, as well as some other parks in our league, and so we're for sure glad Fitz and Tommy are playing for us.
The Lions play a 3-game series against Northeastern State this weekend, with a doubleheader tomorrow, followed by the series finale on Sunday afternoon. In the major leagues tonight, the St. Louis Cardinals kick off a series on the road against the Phillies. That one just getting started with no score in the first. Now, the Royals supposed to be on the field for Game 2 against the Jays, but that one was rained out. Instead, they'll play a doubleheader in Kansas City tomorrow afternoon. The MIAA Volleyball Conference Tournament begins today in Topeka. Both Pitt State and Missouri Southern are on the floor today. The Gorillas on the floor first against Newman. Now, PSU won the first 2, but Newman rallies to win 3-2 in the end. As for Southern in the quarterfinals against Central Oklahoma, that one is a good one. It's tied 2-2, heading to set number 5. That's it for sports. We're back after this.
Take time now to honor a local veteran, Sergeant Larry Slapar. The Pittsburgh native served in the U.S. Marine Corps, and we are proud to salute Sergeant Larry Slapar as tonight's 4-state hero. Checking in with Doug Heady now for a final look at the weather.
Well, it looks like we're going to continue to have these light showers sticking around as we go through the overnight hours for us tonight. Just kind of hit and miss. It's going to be chilly down into the mid-40s. Unfortunately, over the weekend, it stays kind of cool, highs into the 50s. And again, we're going to have some hit and miss showers. Some thunderstorms Monday, maybe some snow on Tuesday. We're going to look at some new data coming in tonight at 10.
Look forward to that. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's take care of ourselves and each other.